the sense of all this meaning, nothing at all. She just made me amazing eyes. How can you make sense of reason? Carelessly mislaid. Can you take being left believing in nothing at all? She just made me amazing eyes. Turn this malaise to a sense of life. You don't need to ask. 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 Does the vague sense of evening stare at you so hard? A signs of art masquerading something and all. She just made me amazing eyes. Turn this malaise to a sense of life. Further delayed, being left alive. You don't need to ask. You don't need to ask. You don't need to ask. You don't need to ask.
Adam, what a great day we've had filming 3 fantastic songs. Been very, very enjoyable. They've come out very well. We've just heard your song, She Just Made Me Amazing Eyes, which came from your 2009 album, Songs About You, which was recorded here with Malcolm, wasn't it? Tell us a little bit about that album and what you did to promote that.
That CD was basically a collection of 3 recording sessions. We'd done an EP that She Just Made Me Amazing Eyes was on really early on. And then I recorded a song, I wrote and recorded a song for a gap year company called Think Pacific, a volunteer organisation. And that went on there. And then we did another session with Malcolm, and sort of all 9 songs came together on the album. So it's kind of haphazard process. And the reason I wanted to do She Just Made Me Amazing Eyes today was because the original recording, the song's just completely changed since then. The key, the arrangement, and the feel of the song and the tempo is totally different now. So for promotion of the album, we headlined a night at the Bull and Gate in Kentish Town, and the album, some songs of it have had a bit of radio play. We had Do You Call This Love was played on Radio 6 introducing, a few local radio plays for the song Following Me, and obviously we've been gigging it around London, and that's sort of...
So what's your journey? You've just finished a new EP You've just released it, mid-September release, wasn't it? Called Dear John After All, which was recorded here this year. What was your musical journey from your album to your EP?
The sound is totally... The album, as I said, is a composite of lots of different recording sessions. We've really settled on the sound now, I think. The new EP, it's less closely mic'd. We've got more violin, we've got Anna Silva singing backing vocals, so sort of female vocal to go with mine. And the whole thing is just a bit more rustic, a bit more raw. And I think that's kind of the point that we should have got to before recording everything, but it's just taken a little bit of time.
That's how it goes. And you've got a rather unusual approach to the actual release of this EP, haven't you? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, the whole point of it is that the sale of music has declined so much, but the interest in music is probably bigger than it ever has been. So we put the recordings out on my website straight away, just online. Anyone can download it free, pass it on to anybody. And the actual CDs, the title is Dear John After All, and it's packaged like a letter. And the idea is that people pass it on to each other. So rather than I don't want people to take this CD and keep it. I want them to pass it on and spread it out to people. If I could sell 50 or 100 or 200, but if I could sell 200, it would be better if those got to 800 people rather than just 200 people. So the idea is that people pass it on and spread the word and register their email address on the website and kind of spread it that way and free, rather than trying to make any money out of it, which...
How do you hope to make money? Do you hope to make money out of these recordings? Because it's a difficult thing. I mean, this opens up the whole debate about what's happening with recorded music at the moment, because you're quite right. There's no loss of appetite for recorded music. People still want it. They're just not prepared to pay for it. But it still costs money to make music. Yeah. It's still, to make an album, okay, it's cheaper than it was 10 years ago, but you're still going to be throwing X amount of money at making it. You've got to, at some point, make that money back.
Yeah, you do. My desire is that I can eke out my living making music. So I don't have big ambitions to play stadiums and be a millionaire. But I think at the stage that I'm at, I need more and more people to listen to my music. So it's not about trying to sell and make a pound here and a pound there off an individual CD, but get the music out there. And if more people are interested in it, then more people will buy it in the future.
Okay, very wise.
Well, we'll see, won't we?
Well, no, I think it's wise not to rely on making money from your albums, because people just don't pay for them. This year's EP, Dear John After All, our next song, with Everything Illuminated, is from that EP. Can you just tell us a little bit about that song? It's an interesting sounding song. It's an intimate sounding song. It's just you, a piano, one BV, violin. You're forced to listen to the lyrics, I think. Was that your intention? That's
the whole point. And it's not done in tempo either. So it's supposed to be like somebody's just talking at you. Like the idea is to really try and express what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
Well, I would say there are sort of two aspects to the song. A friend of mine said to me, when his relationship was on the slide with a girl, he said the thing about it was that it just illuminated everything in his life. It wasn't like it was big highs, and it was the most wonderful thing that's ever happened to you, but just everything in his life was better because of it. So that's where the title came from. And the other part of it is basically a desire. There's a line in the middle that says, "I'd like the views to see you," which is, rather than saying, I'd like to have a magnificent woman on my arm and treat her to everything the world has to offer, but rather it's the other way round. I'd like the world to be able to experience how wonderful this woman is the kind of message from that.
This illusion, thoughtfully revealing every line in when we kiss. This creation, wishing life awaking, a response which everyone can see, with everything illuminated when we touch. Talk to me, 'cause I'd be born if you'd agree to just be kind to me and take a walk. I'd like the views to see you. Some suggestion for what I'd like to say, with everything illuminated when you talk to me.
That's great. I wanted to ask you about your writing process. You'll get lumped together with lots of other people as a singer-songwriter, which can mean lots of different things depending on who you are. But everyone has different ways of writing. I think a lot of people are interested in it. There's always what comes first, the lyrics or the melody, or do you sit down with a guitar and play a few chords and that sparks a melody, or do you read something in a magazine which gives you an idea for a title? How does it work with you?
It's always the subject first. So I'm always in a mood or I'm thinking about something, and whatever comes out in the next 10 or 20 minutes, the song is always going to have to be about that topic. So it's the subject and the mood and the feeling first. And generally speaking, it's a part of the song. It's a hook, or it's a melody. Something like She Just Made Me Amazing Eyes. I was at work standing at the photocopier having a chat to somebody, and the melody just popped into my head, and I ran off and found a piano and worked it out. Other things, like with Everything Illuminated, I played it probably almost in as much time as the song takes. It was like a sentence or a conversation. It just sort of came out. But it always has to come from thinking about something. And the lyrics will come last, just over the melody and the chords that have already come out.
And are you a sit down at the piano man, or are you sit down with a guitar man?
Yeah, the guitar.
Or...
It's very rare that I write something on the piano. That's just one or two songs. But then I put them out. I mean, we came into the studio to record the last EP, Dear John After All, and we brought Dominic, the piano player, and Steph, the violinist. And the arrangement of the whole thing came out of that. So whilst the song was there, the sound of it and the feel and the shape really came from the other guys just taking the song and running with it.
Brings me on to what I was going to ask you. Do you bounce your writing ideas off people? Who do you have? Do you focus group stuff? Who do you go to and say, look, I've got this new idea. What do you think?
Nobody.
Really?
Nobody. I can't stand. I hate writing with other people. The song, I complete the song as I know it, and then I say to the guys, here's how it is, we're playing it. And if they then come out with different arrangements or put in different parts,
and what if they say, well, actually, Adam...
No one's ever said that to me. No one's ever said that's a bad song.
Brilliant. I think one of the advantages of being an artist who's very much in control of everything that goes on with his career in terms of the website and in terms of booking gigs and all the rest of it is that you must have a very close personal relationship with a lot of your fans via your website, or they must message you all the time. Are you on Facebook, or are you twittering and all this kind of caper?
I do. I tweet, although my computer's broken at the moment, so I don't, but I tweet. We've got a Facebook group, we've got a website where people can make comments, so there's always that opportunity for interaction.
Oh, I think it's good to have personal relationship with
definitely. And putting the songs up for free download so people can just take them if they want them. They can go there and take them, so yeah.
So I'm now getting the impression of somebody working very much alone with his writing, but you also kind of act as your own manager and you act as your own tour agent, and so on. There must be very particular pressures on you then, doing all that stuff on your own. Yeah,
it's certainly more expensive doing it on your own, but you have to go out on a limb, you have to book your own gigs, you have to promote your own tours, you have to sort out your own recording yourself. And but it's always, now that I've played with enough of these guys all the time, it's always in my mind what they might do. Something like the song Answering and Wine that's on Dear John After All, that song is basically built around the harmony vocal. So I had, in my mind writing it, I had Dom's harmony vocal over the top and how that would work. And thinking about rewriting She Just Made Me Amazing Eyes and other songs, having Steph's violin very much as a central point. A song like Helen off Dear John After All is based around the violin line, having Steph's violin playing in there. So whilst I sit on my own and I do it, I've always got those influences around me. And so this last song that we did, Fool Around, is a really old song, so 3 or 4 years old. And just as the title suggests, is a bit of fun, but...
You've never recorded it before?
No, we didn't put it on the first EP. People just ask about it. We play it live and it goes down really well. We often play it last. There's a big play out at the end which kind of builds up and people enjoy it live, and a lot of people have just kept saying, where can I get a recording of it? So,
I think it's a song that allows the band to play a little bit.
So yeah, the climax at the end, we've got the crotchets on the snare and Dom's piano motif and the pushes in the rhythm section that just kind of give it a real build up. And I guess that's why it goes down well. It's very rhythmical, so it goes down well last song of a gig when everyone's juiced up on a Friday night.
Brilliant. And the last song of our DVD. Let's have a look at it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Done some foolish things, strapped to the lover I wish wouldn't let me down. I met some sweethearts, never known what to say till the next comes around. Wouldn't she love come listen to me fool around? Wouldn't she love to come listen to me fool around? My room's a stalemate, stuck in between two worlds that are lost on the way. Don't look for new ways to crash and be wondering which are the best songs to say. Wouldn't she love to come listen to me fool around? Wouldn't she love to come listen to me fool around? I'm going home soon, Stuck in the run of the mill that keeps us behind.